Hi. What I have here is one of the keys from the 1867 Checkering 33B. And I've been wanting to show every bit of what the conservation process consists of. And what I am attending to today is this loose front. The front of a piano key isn't just a piece of wood that runs up to the end. There is also, well, a decorative ivory front whose grain runs up and down, and there's also a little slip of wood whose grain runs side to side. And that piece of wood keeps the key from moving too much in this respect, so that it keeps the key as stable as possible. But they come loose, and you can see there that this one's peeled up pretty well, and it's got a good space. Now, there are tools for this that are sold for clamping this, and I'll show them to you, but I really don't like to use them because they rely on this mortise as the anchor for squeezing, and that's really kind of rough on the mortise. If anything gets askew or the clamp is a little bit too big, it damages the walls of the mortise, and they're kind of sacrosanct. So I'll show you the tool I use to clamp those back in place. This is the equipment for clamping key fronts that you would get from a supply house. It is the brass plate and the hook clamp. And as you can see, as I said, I don't really care for these because this has to be inserted in the mortise like that, and I think that's just a little bit too much unforgiving steel inside your delicate mortise. But this is the equipment you get, and then plate goes again in front, on the front of the key, to press the thing on. And this is just tightened up to press the key on like that. And as you can see in the design, it's got an angle to it that supposedly presses the plate up into the notch to make sure you get your flat just right. It can also do things to your ivory. If your ivory's loose, it might lift it up, but I don't really care for these because of what they do in here. So that's why I built the press, and I'll show that to you now. And this is my solution to that problem. This is my key front press. It's basically a couple of clamps, a little bit of a grip surface here to make everything stay still, and over here we just have a screw jack and a plate for pressure, and a little bit of a well to keep me from gluing the key to the table. And let's see if I can't, basically, oh heavens. Okay, let me see if I can show you how this works. Basically, boom, boom, and goes in there. I'm going to see if I can't catch this whole thing in action. Well, the essence of the work here at this point, it says get some glue behind these lifted up portions of the key face. So one of my favorite tools for this is a nice razor blade, because they don't flex a lot. They have a nice thinner edge so it can get deeper into the crevice. And part of the trick is to get your probe in there and move it around a little bit. Use the natural pressure of the glue to force it deeper into the crack. Over to the other side. There we go. There's plenty of glue. So just position it roughly in front of the ram and clamp it down. Press. There we go. And it's always a good idea to clean up. Always clean up your glue, what you can. Get in there with a wet rag. What's underneath the key I can't get at, I'll just take that off with a steam drag as I've shown you before. But at this stage, you just get up what you can with a nice damp rag dipped in hot water. And there, just leave that to dry. I think I need to show clearly what I mean by a steamed rag for cleaning up hide glue. Hide glue is water soluble. You know, you could do it with cold water, I suppose, if you wanted to take forever to do it, but it's water soluble and hot water soluble most especially. So when I want to clean up a bit of dried hide glue quickly, what I do is I take a rag and dip it in some clean water and then press it to the iron like this. And when you feel it coming through, this is hot and relatively dry. So you don't have to worry about lifting veneer. You don't have to worry about just the things that water does. So this is one of the keys that I've glued the front back on, and let's see if we can get in here. You can see the glue on the bottom of it. It's globby glue. So I don't want to get my nice mortise messed up, so dip the rag in the water, squeeze out the excess, and then steam it. Ow, it's hot. And just rub it across the bottom like that. It doesn't take very long. And it's gone. The trick for seeing glue left on the surface is to reflect the light off of the surface. The glue will be kind of bright. I don't know if I can catch any of that, but there's a little bit down near the bottom edge that I can see. So, yep, art is pain. Ouch. Just keep wiping it over it, and soon it's all gone. Same for this over here. There's a little bit down there at the bottom edge that I can see. That's the glue from that edge, and it hurt to get in here a little bit. There, and that's the front reattached. Thanks for watching.